Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety, and today I'm so thrown off because we're starting at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's the same time zone as I am. And I'm also sort of thrown off just trying to figure out just basic time zones right now, because now that we have the times kind of locked in for Summerslam, I'm like, okay, that's going to be 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which means it's 5 o'clock Central Time in Minnesota, which they really should just put the Central Time Zone in that, because I don't know, they're in Central Time for that. But nonetheless, we've got about 4 weeks until SummerSlam, people. I can't believe we have literally been saving for this trip and planning for this trip for over a year now, and I'm so excited. But we are basically on the road to SummerSlam. I know we got Saturday night's main event. I know. But selfishly, I don't care. I'm focused on SummerSlam. It's my belated 30th birthday gift to myself on top of my regular vacation that I took on my birthday weekend. And yeah, I still have not edited anything from that trip, and it's been almost 2 months. But nonetheless, we're gathered here for another early edition of Monday Night Raw. I think we're 5 weeks in a row almost now. No, we had the one episode in Baltimore 2 weeks ago. That's right. That was at the normal time. But 4 to 5 weeks now with a different start time for Monday Night Raw. So we're going to be done early. But either way around, we've got Femi to kick things off. He won King of the Ring. Io Sky won Queen of the Ring. So we got to see what happens moving forward. And we got Ethan Page versus Rey Mysterio, Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight. And I'm not even kidding. I think even the E-Blast people are getting a little tired. They're like, we're in limbo right now. Wrap this up with LA Knight and the Bloodline. I was cracking up when I saw this. It's like, once again, probably what we're all thinking. Either way around, as per usual, grab your snacks, grab your choice of beverage, get comfy, cozy, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, make sure that you're taking care of your mental health, make sure that you're looking out for each other, don't fall for a pyramid scheme, grift, etc. And let's just jump right into it in the midst of this godforsaken heat wave. Please stay hydrated, everybody, more than usual. Stay hydrated and protect, the animals, the elderly, everyone. Alrighty, everybody. So the reason we have the early start time this week is so that way they can pre-plan for the 4th of July weekend, which still doesn't make any sense because they went ahead and canceled the Cincinnati SmackDown, but they're still doing a Saturday night's main event in Atlanta the day before Labor Day. Love that. The ruler becomes the king. So, who are you going after, Oba? Inquiring Minds. That's like a good setup for that arena. I kind of like how everyone's in like actual sections. And when I saw her face, I'm a believer. I had to. A choice has to be made, and now we've got Brock Lesnar apparently coming out here now. Well, listen, I'm just glad that we waited until after King of the Ring. Oh, there's Paul Heyman. He's looking refreshed, rejuvenated. Been a few weeks since we've seen him, since he got speared by Braun Breaker. Hopefully they address that now that Paul Heyman's back, right? Right. Alrighty, everybody, we've got Brock Lesnar here. He's got a microphone. Paul Heyman handed him a mic. Well, like, weren't we just talking about this, how there's a little bit of a parallel here, right? Because didn't Brock win the King of the Ring tournament in his first year, right? Everybody knows I don't watch the show. I mean, listen, we gotta take breaks from time to time, even as the content creators, right? And as an audience, we gotta take breaks from time to time. Oh, see, Brock mentioned it. He was King of the Ring one time, too. Well, how's it gonna help him out? I don't like this. Paul's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good promo. It's funny. That's literally what Paul Heyman said. I applaud the promo. Like, okay, Paul, break the fourth wall. Oh, well, Oba got hit for talking you know what. Well, I mean, if you have to build up to 2 matches seemingly enough at SummerSlam, this is kind of the way to do it, right? Because, I mean, like, this kind of also drags out the suspense a little bit, even though we've only got 4 weeks to go until SummerSlam, right? So it's like, okay, I guess we gotta figure out who Oba Femi's gonna take on one way or another, right? But, Paul Heyman's back. He's got some pep in his step. Oba's back on his feet now. I mean, didn't he have a shirt that said, arrive F5 and leave, something like that? I know Stone Cold had one with the stunner. Oh, crap! Wait, Oba, you got a title match at SummerSlam too, right? Oh my god! And I'm gonna be there for that! Wait, how is that gonna work in a stadium? Like, we're not gonna be able to see anything, probably, right? I'm like right in the center, so I should be able to see something, but my god, this... So Oba Femi is going to be in Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar, and then he's still got that title match at SummerSlam that he's got to decide on too. Oh my god. Oh my lordy, man. Whew. Just because of the result of everything, and we also kind of like, tied everything together at least. I'll give this a thumbs up because selfishly, this is what I'm here for. I'm manifesting just interesting and good vibes for SummerSlam. So let's keep manifesting that energy, people. Let's keep manifesting it. Alrighty, everybody, we've got Ethan Page versus Rey Mysterio. First time ever match. You love to see it. Rey Mysterio getting in some offense right out of the gate, but Ethan Page with a counter there. 619, nope, too early. There goes Rey Mysterio, though. He's kind of back on the offense again. Sort of, maybe, perhaps. Oh, Ethan Page just got Rey Mysterio there off the top turnbuckle there. Oh yeah, because that's been Ethan Page's thing for the last few weeks, right? Is just ripping the mask off of the luchadors. And that tied into the whole Chad Gable situation too. Oh my god! Okay, well that was certainly a backbreaker there on the top rope there and the top turnbuckle. Good lord. Good lord. Alrighty, we're back from the break and Ethan Page is going after Rey Mysterio. Michael Cole filled us in and he basically said that the story is about the lower back and how Ethan Page is slowing down Rey Mysterio. So that makes sense, but I don't know if you can really truly slow down Rey Mysterio, although Ethan Page just hit a side slam there on Rey Mysterio, so that might do it. Ooh. Okay, so that baseball slide into the splash, that just didn't sound too great. Like, just the sound of it. Yeah, that might do it. Dude, Ethan Page just, you know, he's just staying on Rey Mysterio right here. He is just staying on him. And again, that's exactly what he needs to do, right? There goes the 619. To Ethan Page and the frog splash. I think that's it for Ethan. Well, Ethan Page had a good showing and Rey Mysterio picked up the wins. I mean, this was a pretty decent little match here to kick things off. I can't really complain about it. The crowd got into it. And yeah, good to see Rey Mysterio pick up a win. And Ethan Page got in some good offense. So I'm sure that things are going to continue to just, you know, develop with the Intercontinental Championship situation. But nonetheless, I will give all this a thumbs up. Well, friends, we got Joe Hendry back. So this is great. We're here for a Joe Hendry concert. I kind of like this little team up here with the Street Profits and Joe Hendry. I don't know why, I just do. Of course, we saw Joe Hendry return last week to take on the Vision a little bit while the Vision lost the tag team titles to the Street Profits. And Seth Rollins also interjected as well, I believe. So all of that happened last week. All they got a "You Deserve It" chant. You know, the Street Profits have always been one of my favorite tag teams in recent years. I'm just saying, they truly do deserve it. See, we believed in the Street Profits and we believe in Joe Hendry. Maybe that's the connection. Other than obviously the Visionless Vision shenanigans. I don't know how we would get to it, but I want to see Joe Hendry versus Seth Rollins. That could be a fun match. See, there's the music too. Like, I feel like the crowd would have fun with a Joe Hendry Seth Rollins situation between the concerts from Joe Hendry and then Seth Rollins and his theme song, and then everybody just singing a song and everything. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun. All right, we're making noise because we got new tag team champions. They're just providing background vocals. Oh my god. That was so exaggerated, but I love it. Oh, come on. Well, Austin Theory interrupted. Yeah, but that was a few years ago, right? Well, what does he know? Oh, joy, we get a tag team title rematch next week. Because that's totally going to end well on the road to SummerSlam shenanigans, right? Alrighty, we get a Joe Hendry match. Love to see it. We got Joe Hendry versus Austin Theory coming up next. You'll love to see it. Because it's Joe Hendry and just Joe Hendry concerts are always just off the rails and entertaining, I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Alrighty, we got back from the break and I heard a little "We Believe" chant, and I would agree. We believe. We believe in Joe Hendry. Michael Cole, that's because the Vision is cursed, okay? We've established this in the lore. That group is like literally cursed at this point. I will say that Theory's had some good matches like in the last few weeks or so on Raw. So it's been good to see him just like consistently on the show and in the ring. So we'll take that as a win, right? And we got Joe Hendry back. See, he is incredibly talented. He's like one of those people, once again, that can walk the walk, talk the talk. You know, he's got the personality and he can go in the ring. Ooh, I'm so excited. They just announced Sami Zayn for SmackDown as the new undisputed WWE champion. Oh, I'm so happy for Sami. I don't care if he's more of a transitional champion or whatever. Like, if he just gets the title for a few weeks, I'm okay with it. Oh, there goes Joe Hendry. Here we go. There he goes. See, once again, entertaining and he can deliver in the ring there. He understands the assignment. That's what he's calling the move based on what? Based on being his move, and that's what he wanted to name it. Okay, but that was funny. That was funny. Oh, huge move there from Theory. Okay. I thought that was a 3 count for a split second. I would like choices. All right, we got a little back and forth punching going on here. Oh, ow. I heard that from Theory. Oh, Hendry, there we go. Alrighty, well, Joe Hendry just picked up the win. You love to see it. Good to see him pick up a win on his first match back. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens moving forward. I do like this little team up here of Joe Hendry and the Street Profits. But I also smell Visionless Vision shenanigans, but also they seem to be imploding. And I don't know, maybe that's the direction for SummerSlam. I feel like we said that last week, but I could be totally wrong. Either way around, I'll give this a thumbs up, mostly because Joe Hendry won on his first match back. She'll be taking on Liv Morgan again for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. There you go, Io. Wear the crown. Wear the crown. Yes! I don't know. I kind of love the crown on Io. Alrighty, we've got Trouble out here. Liv Morgan, the greatest women's world champion. We haven't had a title defense in what, like over 2 months now? Something like that. What? Did she not win fair and square at Night of Champions? Did I not watch the match correctly? Oh yeah, that's right. She got cursed by Danhausen. Well, that was on you, Liv. You understand how Danhausen operates and you messed around. What? How is this different? I'm so confused. Let me guess, you're gonna bring out your group, Liv, that's also trying to figure out what's going on with Danhausen and breaking the curse? Well, yeah, we like that one because we like Rhea. And we also like Stephanie Vaquer. Well, like, here's the thing, too. Like, once again, that whole situation was a mess. Like, we were cheering for Liv, even though she and Dom, like, they were a thing, even though Dom was still with Rhea, and that was a whole situation. We covered that here on the channel. The greatest women's world champion that hasn't defended her championship once. Right as I saw Io cover her ear there, I like grabbed the remote. I'm like, oh no, not again. Even Michael Cole's over and he's like, oh goodness. All the trouble. See, we got the Judgment Day shenanigans and Route 2 SummerSlam shenanigans. You know we're gonna call the vlog SummerSlam shenanigans. You know we're gonna do it. No, I've been putting together my little itinerary and I'm just so excited. Oh, Io caught Liv. There we go, Io. See, that's the one that we need inside of a steel cage or something because we gotta prevent as much as humanly possible all the Judgment Day shenanigans. But look at that, Liv's finally got a title defense, everybody. Liv finally has a title defense coming up in like 4 weeks. All right, there's Raquel. Lord, I hope we wrap up a lot of the stuff at SummerSlam. I'm really hoping so. For all of our sakes. You know, I was all excited to see Liv and Roxanne and Raquel just do their own thing as the Judgment Day, but now I'm just tired of this group altogether. Although I've been tired of them for a minute, but here we are. Here we are. Liv got the upper hand this time, and well, Liv's got the half crab on, and yeah, this was definitely a 3-on-1 situation. So hopefully Io can get some backup leading into SummerSlam. I don't know, but oh, we'll have to see what happens. But hey, Liv Morgan's finally defending the championship, everybody, even though it's against the person that she lost to at Queen of the Ring. Which, by the way, why was she in that tournament in the first place? I don't know, but either way, I'm just excited that Io won Queen of the Ring at this point, and I really hope that she wins this title, because Lord knows we need something going on with this title that's not the Judgment Day at this point. Can we just not have the Judgment Day anywhere near a title at this point? I'm getting so tired. I've been tired of this group, but I'm more tired of it now than ever. Oh my god. Alrighty, everybody, we've got Jey Uso on commentary for the match that we saw last week, LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. Alright, LA Knight's seemingly going over to Jey. He's like, I'm gonna go after you if you try to, like, actually do anything. He's gotten extremely paranoid. He's only been dealing with the bloodline vortex now, basically on and off for 3 years. You literally acknowledged it on your show and your YouTube channel, WWE. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Michael Cole. At least he's addressing these things. Returns to oh my god, that whole shift back to 8 o'clock Eastern time next week is gonna throw me off so much. And I have all the different times, like, in my little Google calendar and everything, and I'm like still thrown off because I'm like, oh shoot, this is actually like 6 o'clock today. I think it's because like they're doing an early start time in the US and we're used to the early start times for like Europe and Australia, like all of that, right? The Saudi Arabia shows, like all of that. Jey, there's no shame in losing to Femi, okay? The dude literally destroys people. That's what he said last week. We got some yeah chants in the crowd. You love to hear it. Well, Roman's apparently back this week, so I don't think Jacob's gonna be too far behind. fine, right? Okay, there was that whole situation on Friday night too with LA Knight and Solo, and Solo's on his own finally. I'm so excited. We finally got the Solo arc, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Please give me the Solo arc. Let me be 2 for 2 on Solo arcs this year. All right, Jimmy kicked out there. All right, Jimmy's on the offense. Oh boy. Oh, and a 2 count. Oh, there goes Jimmy to the outside of the ring. Oh, just like crashed into LA Knight there. Jimmy's just like, he's just like pointing at LA Knight as we went to the break. He's just like what's happening there? I love how Michael Cole worded that. We just got back from the break and he's like, Jimmy Uso is back in control after an eventful last few minutes or something like that. Like at least with the whole situation with like Rey Mysterio and Ethan Page, Michael Cole was just like, oh, here's the story. Like that would have been great here. Oh, LA Knight just ducked out of the way there. Well, that makes sense because Jimmy went for that move earlier. There we go. Looks like LA Knight's on the offense. There we go. We gotta have Jimmy win probably, right? Because we gotta have it go 50-50. Did Jay just say that he was cheating? Like, what is happening? He just said that LA Knight was cheating there. I'm so confused. Okay, he just got some good air on that jump, though, off the top turnbuckle. Can we talk about that? Oh, kicked out of the spear there. Yes, Jimmy just did, in fact, hit a spear on LA Knight. I smell bloodline shenanigans. I smell him. All right, we're in the corner. Oh, Jimmy just shoved LA Knight down. Almost there. There we go. There's the superplex. Jay's just giving off that vibe of like he's just standing there menacingly. And normally that's Jacob's thing at this point. Oh no. All right, Jimmy's going towards the commentary area. LA Knight's also trying to go over that way too, I think. Yep, there we go. He just took down Jimmy. Oh, well played there, LA Knight. Well played. Yeah, but like he's not cheating in the match. I'm so confused. There you go, LA Knight. You take out Jay. So like we're booing him now? I'm so confused. Why are we cheering for Jay, Jimmy, literally any of the Bloodline people at this point? I only said I was on Team Solo in this whole situation here because he's just hilarious. Have we all been watching the same show for the last so many months at this point? I don't know. See, yep, they're still cheering for LA Knight now. See, I don't even know what the crowd's even doing at this point, to be honest. This crowd's confusing me. Oh, there's Jay now. See, they were cheering for Jay when he was trying to help Jimmy out with the cheating there. See? Jimmy technically cheated because Jay cheated on behalf of Jimmy there. And the people cheered for that. Like, this is just getting confusing at this point. I'm on Team LA Knight in this case. Because Jay's just being a pain in the butt cheeks. All right, well, I guess we're gonna be cheering for the 2-on-1 advantage versus the person that's actually getting beaten up here. Just because yeet. Oh my god, there's Solo! Let's go, Solo! Solo's like the one person in the Bloodline I'm cheering for at this point. I don't care. Because he's hilarious. Look at that. He just like popped up from underneath the ring in his suit and everything. Let's go, Solo. Come on, Solo arc. I want a true Solo arc. Come on, give me this, please. Well, they gave us a BFT, so at least LA Knight stood tall at the end of this. That was a good segment, though, with LA Knight and Solo on Friday night, though. That was good. Well, he technically helped him out again, so. But, with all the Bloodline shenanigans, at least LA Knight stands tall to a certain degree, so that's exciting, I guess, right? Because, I mean, he didn't win the match, but, like, Solo helped him out a little bit and everything. This whole situation with the crowd, by the way, is just so confusing. Like, we're supposed to boo Solo, technically, right? But we're also supposed to boo, basically, the entire Bloodline, but people are just too busy eating, and I can understand that. We talked about this last week. But, like, why am I supposed to cheer for Jimmy and Jay at this point after all the crap that they did sort of like going back to Roman after they like did all the things to get away from him and everything? I cannot. Nonetheless, I will go ahead and I guess give this a thumbs up because at least we continued everything and we had more Bloodline shenanigans on the road to Summerslam shenanigans. Alrighty, everybody, we've got Raquel Rodriguez versus Maxxine Dupri. We had a little moment there backstage with Chad Gable and Maxxine, and things seemed to be a little bit more smoothed over. Chad Gable understood where Maxxine was kind of coming from there, and Maxxine was like trying to be like, yeah, like, you know, I meant what I said last week and just all of that stuff. But just, yeah, that was a whole thing. But I still want to know what was happening with Maxxine and Austin Theory. Still, we never got that resolved, right? Or answered or anything. I think Raquel's probably gonna get, she's probably got Maxxine, right? I would be a little yappier here, but like, I don't feel like this match is going to go on too much longer. Right, we got Maxxine back on the offense. There we go, Maxxine. Okay, get some offense in. There we go, there we go, there we go. We're still rooting for you, Maxxine. That would do it. Yeah, that. All right, well, Raquel just won the match. Not much to really write home about, to be honest. The whole backstage situation with Maxxine and Chad Gable was much more interesting. So if you didn't check that out, go check that out. Alrighty, everybody, we got JD McDonaugh versus Chad Gable here, and this should be interesting, mostly because I'm interested in Chad Gable at this point. Again, he's just like one of the more interesting parts of this show. My apologies if I'm not like looking at the camera, like looking at the screen for the moment. I've just been like sitting in an awkward angle for the last match or two. Oh, we're there though, friends. We're back at it. But either way, Chad Gable going in for the cover here. Well, like, listen, I mean, we just had the whole situation with the Judgment Day backstage with Liv and Danhausen and everything. And I'm just so tired of the Judgment Day. I think we all are at this point. Like, break this group up. I know I say it every week, but come on. Okay, well, Dom's just being stupid again. What is going on with Dom's outfit? I'm so confused. He's got like a New York Knicks jersey on, and he's got like cow print pants. Like, I'm no beacon of fashion by any means, but I'm just confused. Alrighty, everybody, we're back from the break. And a German suplex, sort of, I think. Man, I'm just rooting so hard for Chad Gable to have a match at Summerslam in Minneapolis. Like, come on. Just, it's right there, WWE. It's right there. It's right there. The story's there. The energy's there. It's just, it's all there. Oh my God. Yeah, that would do it. Just toss him right to the middle, like, of the turnbuckle and everything. The middle rope in the corner there. There we go. That's the verbiage I was looking for. We're doing great. Oh, JD was trying to counter there, but Chad Gable's got that ankle lock. Just, yep, he's in the middle of the ring. He's in the middle of the ring. Oh, he got him that time. Oh my God. I think, yeah, no, okay. Chad Gable just kicked out of that. I don't know how he kicked out of that. Oh, something's happening. Oh, there's Danhausen. There's Danhausen. He's got Dom's human monies. Well, JD is by himself now. Not like Dom was really doing much of anything, but yep, that set things up for Chad Gable. Nope, JD with the sneaky pin. Oh, but there's Chad Gable. Oh, he just rolled through with the ankle lock. Okay, that was a smooth ending. That was a good ending. Yeah, just for the ending alone, I'll give this a thumbs up because that was a smooth ending. It's so strange just watching all the SummerSlam stuff and knowing that like I'm actually going barring anything crazy happening. But we've got all the bloodline shenanigans once again because we've got Roman Reigns out here, Jacob's out here as well. And Jacob, of course, he reminded the Usos that he only is working with the OTC. He only cares what the OTC has to say. And I would like to see where Mr. Solo kind of falls into this whole situation here. Is he just like doing his own thing like purely at this point? Oh God, but we got Roman Reigns out here now, so we gotta see what happens. So who are you taking on at SummerSlam? Now Jacob, once again, he's in that I'm just standing here menacingly that we were talking about earlier with Jay. I'm acknowledging my couch, Roman. I'm tired. Who's challenging you at SummerSlam? Because I think they postponed Oba Femi's title match. Is that kind of what happened? Like, did I understand that correctly, or am I missing something? All right, well, Seth's burning it down, or trying to burn it down, but I guess this also would make sense for Seth and Roman to have a match at SummerSlam, but that's because Seth beat Braun Breaker at Night of Champions, right? So that would make some sense. You had to get past the visionless vision to get to this point. I mean, this would be the safe match, but I guess this makes sense, right? Can you imagine that entire stadium singing Seth's entrance music, by the way? Holy poop. We got the stare down, people. We got the stare down. It's been a minute since these two have had a one-on-one match, right? Because I know they were obviously in that triple threat last year at WrestleMania, but like, it has been a minute since their last one-on-one match, if I remember right. It feels like it's been a minute. 14 years, oh dear Lord, that's like about half my life, basically. Like, literally. Seth, please take this title off this man. That's your title at this point. Yours and Punk's, technically. But like, what? That's the point. Like, this title was literally, like, created because Roman, like, was not defending the title on a regular basis while he was the undisputed WWE champion, right? And like, this is literally Seth's title and everything, because I think he was the first person to hold this title and everything. Well, I mean, he just destroyed Braun Breaker at Night of Champions, so I think he's earned an opportunity. Ooh, he's always at the front of the line with Roman Reigns. Have we gotten Seth versus Jacob yet? Because I kind of want to see that. Ooh, he owes Seth. Ooh, he owns Roman. He's just in Roman's head rent-free at this point. Yep. That happened. He took the wise man. He mentioned the wise man. All right, Seth's running it back. He's walking us down memory lane a little bit. We appreciate that. See, he's saying what we've been saying. They literally created this championship to like be like the counterpart to the Roman Reigns just reign of terror at one point, right? Yeah, because like during that one title defense that Roman had against Seth during that like 1300 plus day title run, like he actually like there was a DQ or something, right? Again, Seth was the one that betrayed everybody. Man, I still remember that moment like it was yesterday. Oh, I was not okay when the Shield broke up. That was not okay. Ooh, what's he gonna give Roman? So we're setting up Roman to retain at SummerSlam here, right? Just by that logic, so that he can finally beat Seth. Well, what about CM Punk? Does he not get a title rematch in any capacity at this point? He's been away for a minute and taking some time off, right? But it's been a couple months. We're on the road to SummerSlam, right? Yeah, Seth is making some sense here. Man, you love a good full circle moment. Oh man, if this is their last one, oh no. So will you, Seth. You're gonna be one of the greatest of all time too. Oh, at least this is kind of interesting on paper. There's all that built up history. It's a safe match, but at least there's a lot of lore behind it. If I'm really gonna see this match in person, this will be great. I'm viewing this kind of like through the eyes of somebody watching from home, but also somebody that's like gonna be at the show too. So I'm trying to see it like through both lenses. And also call it the Shenanigans when we need to. He needs to beat Seth. That's the big clarification point. Oh no. Oh my god. We're getting this match, people. We're getting this match. I'm so excited. Again, I know this is a very safe and predictable match, but I mean, like, again, the history is there, the story is there. And I mean, like Seth did say in the promo, you know, they're closer to the end than they were at the beginning. You know, they're getting close to the end of the finish line of, you know, the in-ring careers and stuff. Roman was starting to slow down there for a little bit, and you know, just in general, they've been at it for like decades at this point. And we've got all this new talent coming up and just fresh people entering in WWE and stuff like that. So this made all the sense in the world to me. If this could very well be their last time going up against each other, which is just so crazy to even think about, but like it's true. It could very well be the last time. We don't know, but like we're actually getting this match at SummerSlam, people. We're actually getting it, and this is our title match. So I don't know. Did we just see our main events basically just like get established tonight with like Oba and Brock and the Hell in a Cell match, and then Seth versus Roman for the title? I wouldn't be mad at that if those are our main events right there, to be honest. But I'll give all this a thumbs up. The crowd was into it. All of this made sense. Things were adding up. And again, like, it's a safe match to go with, but like once you look at the history and the fact that this could very well be their last time facing each other one-on-one. And it's been a minute since we've had these two like in a match. So yeah, I'm on board with this, and I'm on team I am on team Seth all the way in this whole situation. Overall, I felt like this was even more middle of the road this week. I know that we're slowly starting to set things up for SummerSlam. Did we ever confirm that Oba Femi, like, got rid of his title opportunity? Because it sounded like he said something along the lines of like the title will always be there. So is that implying that he's going to go back for the title after he's done with Brock? Like, does he still keep that title opportunity? Because I think we might have had that answered there, but I don't know if that's like legitimate or not. Because remember, the King and Queen of the Ring, they earned the title opportunities for SummerSlam. And if Oba's going after Brock at SummerSlam, like, I understand though that there's 2 nights, so anything could happen, right? But still, I'm a little sus about this, but nonetheless, I'm excited for SummerSlam first and foremost. We have Oba versus Brock in a Hell in a Cell, Seth versus Roman for the title. Once again, Oba Femi just continues to just knock it out of the park on the microphone. And yeah, I'm excited just to see what happens there. Those two are just going to destroy each other inside Hell in a Cell. I'm excited. Once again, I'm probably not going to be able to see much because it's the stadium show, but I'm still excited nonetheless. And then Seth versus Roman, again, lots of history between those two. Everything else in between those two segments was like okay for the most part. Ethan Page, Rey Mysterio, that's still kind of in my brain a little bit because, like, again, Ethan Page got in some really good offense there, and it's Rey Mysterio, and they just had a good match. It was short, sweet, and to the point. I like Joe Hendry with the Street Profits, and I don't know why. I just do. I hope the Vision and just all these freaking groups just break up eventually. I say that every week and nobody breaks up, it seems like. But I feel like that's going to be the aftermath of SummerSlam, right? Maybe they're saving some stuff for SummerSlam. I don't know. And then I also enjoyed the whole situation with LA Knight, the Usos, and of course, good old Solo, just being Solo. I just give Solo a proper Solo arc at this point. That is all. Just give our dude the solo arc. And I think other than that, and also the little developments with Maxxine and Austin Theory, like, I want more. Like, that. I'm here to watch the stories. That's what I'm here for at this point. So, yeah, again, we had some bright spots this week, but it kind of felt like it dragged out this week compared to the last several weeks. But anyway, I feel so thrown off because we're done at almost 9 o'clock, and it's Eastern Standard Time, and they were in Eastern Standard Time. But I get it, like, they had to do the taping for SmackDown for this upcoming Friday and that sort of thing because it's the holiday weekend. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you get notifications around here and that sort of thing. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.